What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome or if it's your first time here. It's a bit late here in Brazil and it's cold as hell. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different here. We're gonna check out this episode from Gear Masters because some of you guys commented that I should watch this because every other reaction that I do from the warning, I point out something about Danny's gears, like it's her camper, her guitars, her orange amps, stuff like that. So you guys, for more than once, you guys requested me to watch this, so let's watch this together. Just let me make sure that yeah. Then I'll put the legend, the captions here.
Hey everybody, I'm Danny from The Warning. I'm the guitar player and singer of the band. We're super excited to be headed out on tour, promoting our newest single, which is called More. Go ahead and listen to it. And today, I'm gonna be taking you through one of my guitars. Well, a lot of them. But first, this amazing PRS guitar. She's my baby. This is a custom 2408 guitar. She was
Oh, she has on the truss rod cover, she has her name in it. Is this like her signature, or is just a personalized thing that she has?
my first PRS guitar, and I completely fell in love with her during the pandemic. I was kind of like in this like dating sense in guitars. I was really trying to find out where I was the most comfortable, and I found it right here with this beautiful baby. I take her everywhere. She's been with me through a lot of tours.
I wish I could talk to you guys about what each of those did, but this is a lot. I would guess that, of course, volume, a tone, and this one for switching pickups, and then probably those two were to do split coils like individually, and then there is this one. I don't know, a self-destruct one maybe.
And this is like my main go-to guitar, which is super cool because if you see here, we have, this is like the cool thing about the custom 2408. We have the split coils, which
I
you
was
can
right.
have different combinations of pickups between all the different settings. We have this double switch here, and I did a little bit of modification. This is really new, but look at this. If I click on this switch, we get some LED lights in here for when everything goes dark.
Ah, makes sense. Okay, no self-destruction button. Okay, that's good.
I will not lose my way. It's just very, very cool. You know, even though we're a super rock and roll band, most of my the tunings of the songs are in E standard. I usually go all the way in tone, all the way in volume, because I'm the only guitar on stage, so I want to be as loud and as clear as possible. Also with the bridge pickups, and here I used to I really like to use both my humbuckers to like the most I can, right? I have some parts with cleans that I will go up here, but usually I just leave it like that. I like to play that with that more around in the studio, but for live purposes, that's usually where I just like go all out. For the
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, and when we're talking about a band that is based around having three members and she's the only guitar, I think using humbuckers, especially for a hard rock scenario, brings forward more of that roundness, that fullness in the tone. So it makes sense for her to push it more to the humbucker style. And as she said, like she will do some clean parts on the single coil stuff for more like a stylistic choice to bring some different flavors, but probably 90% of her playing must be on the humbucker.
strings, I use 1046. These are the Ladio strings, NYXL, NYXL. And yeah, they're thinner strings because I have a tiny hand, but it's all good. They rock just as hard. So yeah, those are the strings that I use. So I really hope I don't cry when I tell you the story about this.
This is a beautiful exploder. Jesus. She was using this one on the first, not the, yeah, the first video reaction that I did to the warning. It was the live performance for Enter Sandman. She was playing with this. Dude, I am a sucker for Explorer guitars. Like, I cannot explain to you why it makes no sense, because usually I'm not a guy who likes flying V's that much. I don't like the X shape. I don't like this kind of guitars, but there is something about the Explorer that for me is like pure class.
Guitar. So this is a Gibson Explorer that was gifted to me last year by one of my idols, Lissy Hale. It's an
You guys
incredible
told me
story
that.
because I was waiting for a guitar change from my guitar tech mid-show, and then I realized that he comes to take my guitar, but he doesn't give me anything back, and I was just like, oh my god, what's happening? And then before I knew it, Lizzie Hill comes running on stage with this guitar and just like hands it to me. I was like, you're kidding. I thought she was lending me one of her guitars because it looks like really really similar, but then after the show I was just like, I couldn't believe it, and she told me like, that is for you, and it was specifically made with the things that you like, your strings, this pickups, which yes, I love. And honestly, I still can't believe it. I take it everywhere with me because one of the things that she says, like, it's for you. Please rock as hard as you can with it, and that's what I plan to do. I use this guitar very much the same as I use my PRS guitar. The only difference in this is that I had to like get used to the size of it. The first day I played it, I already nicked it. Oh my god, it has some battle scars. I'm not used to the dimensions, but I love it. All right.
There is one thing that Lizzie told her that just told us that I think it's important. I think a lot of people, when they have their guitars, they're like, I should maintain it like without having any scratches, anything. Like, I'm not too much on part with with that way of thinking. I think if you have a guitar, you should play it. If you, I don't know, if you bump it a little bit on, I don't know, uh, on the wall or in some other places, and then you have a little bit of battle scars on your guitar. It's a part of the process, it's a part of your journey learning, it's a part of your history. And I think, like, of course, don't go around smashing your guitar just to get it, like, to become battle scarred, but embrace the ones that happen naturally.
Right. This one has a very similar story to the Explorer, which is crazy to think about. I just got this last month from the one and only Matt Bellamy from Muse. They have been my idols since I could remember. And
Funny enough, Muse is a band that I know that exists. I kind of get the premise of the band, but I probably listen to, I don't know, three songs from them. Everything that the three songs that I know are amazing, but I should take some time to listen to more of their catalog.
we were talking about guitars, and at one point he just goes like, what's your favorite color? And I was just like, I panicked, I just said yellow. I was just like, but what kind of yellow? And it's like mustard yellow. Before I knew it, I have a one-of-a-kind Manson mustard yellow guitar. It's the only one that exists in this color, but the model is an Onyx 6 because of the 6 strings. It's fairly new.
And it was that one guitar on the reaction that I did. I don't remember which song it was. That I was like, I don't quite know what is this. And then I forgot which brands that I've thrown around to kind of get it right. I was like, I remember that at a point I was like, from far it looks like a Kiesel guitar, but yeah, makes sense. It's a brand that I'm not familiar with.
In the Manson world, I'm just trying it out. I'm testing it out live to see what are the songs, what are the tunings that I can use on it, and overall I'm still getting used to it, but it's gonna be my new best friend. I know it. We're gonna have great times together. And I also love the inverted headstock here. It's just like, ooh, nice. So overall, really, really love this guitar, and I can't.
And can we agree on the fact that reverse headstocks are just superior? They look so much better coming from someone that has a normal red stock, but every time that I see a reverse headstock, I'm like, yeah, this looks way better.
Can't wait to play it more. This is the pick that I use. It's a big stubby from Dunlop, and it's very funny. This is usually a jazz pickup, but I love how the grip feels on it, and honestly, was made for me. Even though the sound could be a little bit harder with other picks, I really like this one.
Yeah, let me showcase for you guys. For coincidence of the destiny, I have two kind of pickups in front of pickups, no picks. I'm sorry, in front of me. This one that we call Jazz Tree, which is probably the one that most guitar players will use because it's really rigid and small, and so you can be really precise and fast with it. So I would say that probably 90% of the guitar players play with it, and this looks kind of similar to what she has over there. That is kind of a thicker pick with kind of a recessed way here for the thumb, so you can have a better grip on it. And I would think that makes sense during the stage, because sometimes my jazz trip picks, they just slip away from my hand. Also because my hand sweat like with fairly an easy time, but I can
Because
see.
I feel like at the end of the
Right.
day, the more comfortable you are with what you're playing, the better. So, yeah. Welcome to my battle station. This is a Kemper Profiler pedal board, which I control every single song that I have on here. I have all the different titles of all of our songs. Oh, let me find our new single. Wait. There it is. More. What I love about this, it doesn't sound digital at all. I've had different types of pedal boards throughout the years, but I love the Kemper because it's very, very organic sounding. I'm not gonna lie, to build this beauty took me a while. The cool thing about the amps and cabinets that I'm using is that
And one thing that you have to understand about this kind of modelers and mood effects station, they got so good so quickly that is crazy to think about. Like, I remember when I first started, you had I would not remember the name of those mood effects stuff that we had back then, but it sounds so gimmicky. It sounds so bad. And then I got like I had an hiatus. Is that how you say whenever you have a time off playing doing something? I had this time off of playing guitar, and then I recently got back into it, and then I started looking at what we had, and then I was like, this is insane. This is like it seems it seems like we went like a century forward in time. And nowadays, I have a friend of mine who is a pro guitar player, and he has a quad cortex, which he shows me like how he gets his stuff done. And then I'm like, Jesus, I feel like I need like a master's degree to to get a hold on this thing.
they have been profiled, and those are David Bendit's amplifiers and the ones that we used to record our latest album because he was our producer. And I love that I can use the exact sound that I had for the recording and give it new life for the live version. So that is absolutely amazing to me. I usually have 4 different settings. We have the clean one, I go to my main one, and my main one are the chunky ones. That's are the things I use to do my palm mute. So they're a little less behind in gain, so that they don't feedback a lot. Then I have like my big sound, which usually I add a harmonizer to it, which I'm only the only guitar on stage, so I like to have a low octave as well, so I can just kind of grow super big, and that's my whammy one. I usually have a bridge one, which has a little bit more delay and reverb on it, so that it kind of like breathes a little bit more, and that's usually all that I do in basically each song. I actually have some songs that I love to play with the expression pedal and just going an octave higher. So I would just like play a note and go,
Interesting.
and in solos, that's really, really cool. I don't use a lot of
Wait a second.
expression pedal and just going an octave higher. So I would just like play a note and go, and in solos, that's I would just like play a note and go, and in solos, that's really, really cool. I don't know and go, and in solos,
Sorry.
that's really, really cool. I don't
Sorry for that.
use a lot of whammy in general for solos. It's just not my thing. But here is where I use it. I do not have a guitar plugged in. I'm just realizing that, so I can't show you. But in this one, I use the expression pedal a lot for that. Since I'm already using an amp over here, I do not find the necessity of having one here, but I love to hear my amp on stage. I love to feel the sound of the guitar, so I usually go through this pedal baby, which is just a preamp, into the cab so I can have my sound here, and the pedal board goes straight into the front of house console and just blast it out through the PA.
What I've seen some people, let me just let her finish, then I'll talk what I want about this.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Okay,
You
here's
can watch our content on The Warning Rock Band on Instagram. We're The Warning on Facebook and everywhere else. So thank you so much and keep on rocking.
Yeah, if you guys don't, I don't know, don't follow them, their official pages on any of those platforms that she just talked about, please go over there. They truly deserve all the support in the world. But one thing that I was going to talk about when it comes to the amplifiers on stage nowadays, because we've seen a lot of bands switching from this kind of having the amps on the stage actually providing the main sound to using digital platforms like the ones that I told you, like the Camper that she showed you, like the Quad Cortex, which I've seen a guitar player from Brazil called Kiko Loureiro showing the backstage from a Megadeth concert back when he was the lead guitar player for Megadeth, and he showed that they switched everything to those digital things. But I've seen some guitar players that were talking about how they feel like there is something missing if they go on stage and there is no real amplifier on stage, because they want to hear and to feel the guitar. So they would bring one, just one, like she does over here, one 4x12 with one amplifier, and this is just for the sake of getting that feeling of live guitar on the stage. This, I don't know if this goes to the PA or it's just something that it happens for her in order to get that feeling that some people cannot play without. But this was a great video. I've seen that now with this last video, I don't know if this is how she's doing nowadays, but over here she has a different power amp over here and mesa cab. In the other ones that I've seen, usually she has I forgot the name of the amp, but it's an orange amp with an orange cab as well. But I would guess this is just for her to get those extra live feelings during her performance. But this was a great video. Again, amazing guitar collection that she has. I only wish like the way she gets guitars as gifts from these amazing guitar players is I would say is like um a way to consider like how much impact the band is having for those legendary guitar players to go out of the way to give them their guitars and to feel like kind of passing the torch like to the rock legacy. And I think this was an amazing video. She has amazing ears, and she's an amazing guitar player and vocalist as well. So with that all said, hope you guys are safe, hope you guys are doing well, hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow with another video. Bye.